Magellan was a sailor, but before we go too far, we need to see his early life before he became a star. He served as a soldier in India. It only took him 6 years to see that he did not fit here. He then joined the Portuguese service in 1505. He then went to North Africa where he would thrive, but he was then injured in a battle in 1513.
He went on his journey to help the Spanish, where the world was divided due to the Treaty of Tordesillas, west to Spain and east to Portugal, but their lands weren't proportional. So you see, the Spanish could not sail east, so Magellan came up with an idea. He would start to sail west to become the best.
Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years, but he came home dead with only 18 men.
Charles V was the king of Spain, where he had the ultimate reign. Magellan decided to ask for a certain task if he could sail around the world. He got 5 ships to make one trip and prove that he could do it.
He set sail in 1519, but soon hit one major problem. When they reached South America, winter soon was terrible. During winter, there was an attempt to overthrow Magellan's contempt, but miserably failed. He left them in Venezuela to survive on their own. Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years. He came home dead with only 18 men.
After the harsh winter, it seemed like they were going nowhere, but there was still hope lying ahead. At last they discovered the Strait of Magellan, but there was still one ship who did not want to continue. They decided to turn back around and was left 30. Magellan thought the Pacific Ocean was very small, but he was not right at all. The ocean was humongous and the crew was quite frustrated. 19 men ended up dying due to starvation and disease.
At last they found land, docking at Guam. Some natives stole a ship and were quite fit. Magellan had to take it back with a bloody battle, made this one out alive and came out with his ship. Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years. He came home dead with only 18 men.
Next, he landed in Cuba with the King Fierce and Nice. He asked Magellan to help him to do something grim. They would attack another island, and Magellan surely agreed, but this deal did not end so nice as he and his ship sunk. He was shot by 2 poison arrows, followed by 2 spears and a lance. He lay there in battle as dead as could be.
Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years. He came home dead with only 18 men.
His team went on without him, with only 2 ships about them. They sailed into Portuguese territory, where one was not so lucky. The Trinidad was caught off guard. When the Portuguese made it hard, they were forced back, being captured and jailed. The other ship, Victoria, made it all the way. They made it around the Cape of Good Hope with only 18 men. Magellan had an assistant named Juan Sebastian del Cano. He ran this boat, made it around the world to give Magellan his fame.
Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years. He came home dead with only 18 men. Sailed around the ocean blue, circumnavigated the globe. Portuguese that worked for the Spanish because he needed a planet. He took 5 ships with him, traveled for 3 years. He came home dead with only 18 men.